All right, all right. We are live. We are live. What's going on, my free thinking rebels? And welcome, welcome once again to Decrypting Crypto live stream. It is your host, Stefan Subero, the Holistic Growth Mentor. I am a certified holistic financial planning coach specializing in digital asset management. Here at Breakout Solutions, we are on a mission to help busy parents and entrepreneurs like yourself to safely invest and automate your digital assets, create passive income, and build a legacy for yourself, your family, and your community. Wow, I don't even know if, like, I'm not even sure if the sound is working right now. There's something weird happening with my computer. I do hope it is working. I guess I'll find out after the live stream. Um, but you know what? I still have my coat on. I barely did not make it to this live stream, got caught up in a snowstorm on my way back and was stuck behind a snowplow for the last hour and a half. That's the beauty of living in the north of Canada. But I am here, my friends, and if you're tuning in live with us right now, please just take 1 minute and share the link of this video to your friends, family, community, so everybody gets a chance to access this valuable information. Now, this video is brought to you by the Future of Money Masterclass. We're going to hear a little bit more about them a little bit later in the show. And today's topic, we are going to discover the secrets behind the 4-year Bitcoin cycle. We'll look at the patterns and trends from the last 4 cycles and see what we can find to help us understand what is coming. Now, this is an interesting topic. I've always loved analyzing the Bitcoin market, the Bitcoin cycle, because it's really filled with awesome patterns that allow us to see what the possibilities are, right? And it's been scarily accurate during the last 3 bull markets. And we're going to jump into the charts right now. And we're going to take a look at what I have found and what I think is coming. And if you stick to the end of this video with me, I will reveal when I believe the bull run will be in full force, parabolic movement upwards with Bitcoin. But you got to stay with me to the end. All right, let's jump into the Bitcoin chart right now. So this, my friends, it might look a little bit crazy, but I'll explain what's going on right here. So we have, first thing I want you to note, these blue lines, these are the markers for the Bitcoin halving. As we all know, the Bitcoin halvings is what signifies the beginning of the bull run normally, because we have a massive supply shock to Bitcoin, as only half of the Bitcoins are able to be mined, which causes the price to shoot up. Halving shoots up. Halving, price goes up. Third halving, price goes up. And the next halving, we have it right here. Is it going to shoot up? Well, let's analyze this and let's figure it out. Now, something else I want you to observe, the market cycle is very clear. We have a period of bullish momentum, then followed by a capitulation, and then we find a bottom, sideways action, then we go off again. It happens over and over. Bull, down, sideways, up. Down, sideways, up. It happens every market cycle. So right now, we are currently in that sideways. We found the bottom, and we're currently just moving sideways, sideways, sideways. So let's analyze what time frame it takes. And this 4-year cycle is really going to allow us to see and to really have a clear understanding of where we are going and when we should see that explosive move, that parabolic movement to the upside, where everything just goes crazy. This right here, this crazy move where we get these explosive, what is this? 8,200 moves to the upside, right? 82x in about a year time. So first thing I want to look at. So we're gonna analyze the 4-year cycle. So the way that I like to do it is from market bottom to market bottom, right? So this normally will give you about, so this right here is about 1,372 days. 4 years is about 1,460. It's not exact, but again, this is not exact science. We're just looking at a range. So during this first bull cycle, right after, so this is the 4 years, right? From the bottom of the market here to the next bottom here in 2015, right? So this is 4 years from 2011 to 2015. Now, what's interesting to see, and this is where we're going to find this correlation moving through all of the cycles, is one, once we find that bottom, until we actually start going parabolic, it averages, like this first cycle was 420 days. So a little bit over a year. Well, not a little bit, more than a year. So right now, from this bottom to when we went parabolic, it was 420 days. And that's when we had that explosive move. And we went from, what was it, $13 all the way up to $1,000. Massive move to the upside. Now, something else I want everybody to take a look at is this right here, the golden pocket. This is my second indicator that I personally look at for figuring out, are we getting ready to pump? Are we getting ready to go crazy? Because normally, once we break this golden pocket after the halving, that's when we get that explosive movement. We're going to analyze it and look at it in the following bull markets. So we have this 420 days after we find a bottom. That's when we start to go parabolic. We get that explosive move to the upside. We find our all-time high, and then we start capitulating. We move down, and we find our bottom. So now let's analyze the second market cycle. So same thing. We find our bottom, right? So, and from this bottom all the way to the next bottom, which would have been the 2019. So we're looking at 2015 now to the 2019 cycle. And we see the same thing. It was about 1,302 days, right? A little bit about very close to the first one. And then the next thing we want to look at is this right here. So from the bottom to when we actually get into that explosive parabolic move after the halving, we're looking at about 476 days. During the first one is 420, the second 476. So it has gone up a little bit more. And then what happens? We also break the golden pocket. Then we come back down and retest it, signifying a strong, solid foundation to keep moving up. And then what happens here? We explode. 23x, 2,395%. The price goes from 850 all the way up to about $20,000. Insane, just insane. So let's continue. So we're seeing the pattern right now. So we have about 4 years for a full cycle, then about 450 days from the bottom till we start getting into explosive parabolic movements. Same thing in the second cycle, very similar. Same thing here. We broke out, retest the golden pocket, move to the upside. Now let's analyze the third cycle. So third cycle, we're looking at the same patterns, right? So we can see the bottom of the market, right? This is 2018 all the way to the current bottom that we just made in 2023. And we're looking at 1,365 days, give or take. Now, if we also take a look at this bottom, and we had a bit of a slightly different, we had a massive move to the upside. We all thought, we're going to break, but same thing. We did not break this golden pocket. We actually got rejected heavily from it and came all the way back down. This is when we had the COVID crash. We capitulated, went down even lower below this area. But then we came right back in and started to slowly move our way up. When we finally broke the golden pocket again, we exploded and went parabolic during this bull run. So from here to about here for when we exploded was 574 days. So a bit more than the previous two. So we can kind of see a pattern of it increasing a little bit, right? So the time frame between the bottom and when we start going crazy, it's been increasing a little bit throughout each cycle. So now we are finally here. upcoming bull market happening sometime in March of 2024. And now let's kind of analyze using this same information we have right now based on this average, four-year cycle, and then around 400 to 500 days from the bottom to the moment we start exploding and going crazy in the market. When can we expect that to happen? Let's analyze that right now together, my friends. So if we take a look at the bottom of the market, if we find it right here, and then the next bottom, if we are basing it on the information we have around 4 years, let's say 1,365. Let's do an exact 4 years. It's about 1,460. So let's kind of bring it. That would bring us, right, the bottom of the cycle for the next bull market. The bottom, we're looking at it happening sometime in September of 2026. Okay. Now, for what everybody's waiting for right now is, when is the parabolic movement? When can we expect things to go crazy in this bull cycle? So this is what I'm excited for, my friends. So if we take the same analysis that we've been doing and we look at it right now, so this is the bottom that was in. And if we average about, let's say, so the last one was 574, the one previous was 576. So let's give it a range. Let's say between 500 days, right? So let's say between 500 days, which would actually not coincide very well because that would be before the halving, if we can see that. So in my opinion, we're looking at a bit more of a wait before we start to see things go a bit crazy. So I'm looking at, if the last one was 574, let's give it another 100 days. That will bring us to about 650 days. So we're looking at August, sometime at the end of August of 2024, which aligns perfectly with what has happened in the past, right? We have the halving, we have 2 or 3 months, sometimes 4 months before we start to go parabolic. Same thing in the previous cycle, halving, couple months, parabolic, and in the first one as well. This was very short. We pretty much went parabolic right after the halving. So based on this information, I think it's pretty clear that we can mark in our calendars, my friend, that we should start going pretty crazy sometime in July, August of 2024. Now, in my opinion, what we will see right now is we can possibly come up similar to this cycle and test the golden pocket, right? Come up here, test this golden pocket, which is similar to what's happening right now. Before the halving, we're kind of looking at coming up here. We could probably test that golden pocket, get heavily rejected and come back down, possibly find a bottom somewhere here, or even break this pattern and come even lower. It is a possibility. But for me to have that safety, I want us to stick in this range. I want us to hold this structure because this is a strong, strong support at this stage right now. It's been support since 2018, and we have been holding it strongly for a long time. So that's what I am predicting right now. I see us moving up, possibly coming up to the golden ratio, getting heavily rejected, coming back down into this pattern, maybe breaking down a little bit, and then giving that extra last opportunity to get your bags if you have not done it yet. But at this stage, my friends, mark your calendars before we get into the halving phase. So anytime before March of 2024, pack your bags, load up your projects, load up your coins, ensure that you're ready. Because this is when I believe August of 2024, we shall start to go insanely. How high will we go? I made a video before talking specifically about that. You can look for it in the channel. It is called, let's see if I can find it right now. Oh my God. My Bitcoin price prediction for 2024. I am estimating Bitcoin to be anywhere between 145 all the way to 100 and to 200,000. And because of the bullishness that we have right now with all of the spot ETFs coming into play, my price prediction can possibly get thrown out the window. I hope it does, but I'm still going to be aiming for that $150,000 to $200,000 Bitcoin. And this is the 4-year cycle. Isn't it beautiful? One thing I want everybody to remember right now, I don't think this cycle is going to continue being so predictable. We might see some shift this next coming bull cycle. Again, this information is based on past history. It does not repeat exactly, but it rhymes. It gives us clues as to how we can navigate the crypto space, how we can utilize this information to our benefit so that we can ensure we are making the right moves. Now, my friends, if you have not yet taken a minute to sign up for the Future of Money Masterclass, I highly recommend use the link in the description. This event will be happening this Thursday, the 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Australia time. If you're in the US, if you're in Canada, if you're on another time zone, please still register, use the link, and we'll make sure that you get the replay for this important event with a lot of valuable information for you, your family, and your community. And, my free thinking rebels, if you are ready to enhance your financial future and make an informed investment choice, you also have the option for a 45-minute breakout session that provides a personalized guidance to help you maximize your potential. Now, I want you to be ready for that step. You don't have to be ready. I know that you are ready to take that financial step to success. Now, it's by application only, so apply right now. Use the link below for this exclusive breakout session. And hopefully we can chat for a little bit. We can get to know each other and really take advantage of what's happening in the crypto space. So, my free thinking friends, it was a pleasure once again sharing this knowledge with you. Please drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. Give me your predictions. What do you think is going to happen? And I look forward to seeing you all in the next live stream. Stefan out.